A pilgrimage usually evokes images of the faithful crowding each other out for a better view of the religious icon or monument they have come to see. Around Mount Kailash in remote southwest Tibet, each man and woman is rendered insignificant in the face of nature's vast canvas. This is a pilgrimage in the true sense of the word. A fortnight's journey to Mount Kailash combines pilgrimage and Himalayan hike. Yet it remains an experience transcending both. The overland journey up through the greenery of Nepal and into the high, dry plateau of Tibet to arrive at the astonishing sight of a lonely mountain above an immense lake will certainly feel like a pilgrimage. But it is the tough 3-day hike around the 6,700-meter Kailash, culminating in a 5,600-meter pass, that will remind you that your journey isn't done until you follow the footsteps of the most intrepid of travelers. Just as the city of Jerusalem is holy to Christians, Muslims and Jews, Kailash is holy to Hindus, Buddhists, Jains and adherents of the Bon faith. Yet, Kailash is far more than a religious site. The region around it is the source of some of the most important rivers in Asia. It is a place on earth like no other. No wonder that it has been seen as a gateway to paradise for millennia. On the shores of Lake Mansarovar, which stretches out before Kailash, the traveler will feel he is in the other world. The journey to Kailash is a long one from wherever you begin. Most start in Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Some choose to hopscotch across the country by plane and helicopter to arrive at Hilsa, at the far western border between Nepal and China, before driving to Kailash. Weather permitting, this is the quickest way to get there. The circuit from Kathmandu takes a total of 10 days. But this route is expensive and may not allow for adequate acclimatization. Kathmandu is at an altitude of 1,300 meters and Lake Mansarovar lies at 4,600 meters. Moving too quickly between these 2 points, not to mention the pass at 5,600 meters on the Kailash circuit, can pose a serious risk to the traveler's health. A more practical and economical option is the overland route up north from Kathmandu, heading west through the length of Tibet. This 20-day trip prepares the traveler better for the rigors ahead. It is also, literally and figuratively, a means of travel far closer to the ground. Moving up through the green foothills of the Himalayas, you will cross over the natural border between Nepal and China onto the Tibetan plateau, then traverse much of this vast dry expanse stopping at settlements along the way. By the time you reach Kailash, you will understand what it means not just to yourself, but to the people and the land around you. For Gunjan, her husband Neil and cousin Aruna travelling overland to Kailash, it couldn't have been soon enough. They've wanted to go to Mount Kailash for so long. Their journey began 4 months ago in the Caribbean island of Trinidad. Months of planning that included physical training and spiritual preparation were necessary in order to make this journey. Their journey took them to Gunjan's hometown of Delhi, and this is where we embark on their personal journey to holy Mount Kailash.
Finally here at Delhi's airport, leaving Delhi to go to Kathmandu, which is officially the start of our journey.
This place, particularly India Explorer, this gave us the perfect start because it has like these big lingams and all the Indian spirituality attached here separately, which seems like such a perfect start because we are in that mindset now, and it has all kind of different books and different experience and lingam and a healing pool in the middle where we dipped our feet and our hands and you're feeling healed already a little bit. And from here we start, and we don't know how the journey would be, but this place has given us such positive vibration.
Finally arrived to Kathmandu, and it feels hot.
But not so hot, not hot like Delhi. It's nice and pleasant.
Maybe hot like Trinidad?
Yes.
Yes, exactly like Trinidad.
Now we're going to a hotel. There are people to receive us.
So we're here at Kathmandu domestic section of the airport, and we're about to board a flight to one of the most awesome tours of my life. We're going to fly side by side the Himalayan range.
Once in Kathmandu, they don't waste any time to get a preview of the Himalayas. Mountain flights take off daily from Kathmandu airport and take you as close as you can get to the top of the world without actually climbing one of these 8,000-meter behemoths. In the 30-minute flight, passengers marvel at the incredible views of Mount Everest at 8,848 meters, the highest peak in the world, as well as its illustrious neighbors. 8 of the 14 8,000-meter mountains are in Nepal. Before departure, much like the Hindu pilgrims going to Kailash via Kathmandu, these travelers visit the important temple of Pashupatinath. This temple on the banks of the river Bagmati is dedicated to Shiva, one of the Hindu trinity of gods, and dates back to 400 AD. Since Mount Kailash is revered as the abode of Shiva and his consort, Parvati, Pashupatinath is the perfect place to start.
पशु पास और मुक्ति सब मिला के पशुपति.
The devout have been seeking Shiva for eons. The priest recounts an incident at the end of the Hindu epic, the Mahabharata. The group will be hoping Shiva blesses their journey to Mount Kailash. So, put their trust in the Rudraksha beads they have received at the end of their prayers.
I have no doubt now that we're going to have a most successful journey, and we were given these Rudraksh malas.
Rudraksha beads are emblems of Shiva. It is said that once Shiva opened his eyes after a long period of meditation and the extreme fulfillment made him shed a tear. This single tear from Shiva's eyes grew into a Rudraksha tree. And with that, they are off. For what has traditionally been viewed as a religious pilgrimage, there are some surprising sights to take in along the way. And what is a journey without the dread hand of bureaucracy is believed to be done with the formalities at the Nepal-Tibet border and keen to move on.
Hi, so behind us is Friendship Bridge, the border between Nepal and Tibet, China, and we just crossed with some very strict immigration, very meticulous immigration, and our next stop is Nyalam, which is a very good place for acclimatization. We'll be there for a day.